This is the map I made with Excel showing the number of Reichwein births between 1600 and 1880. This is not really to scale, but it's kind of close. The area here is present-day Hessen, and down here we have Baden, and over here Rhineland-Palatinate. At the center of the map is the parish of Frickhoven and the parish of Niedersüßheim. Frickhoven served 7 smaller towns, which are actually over here. Dorndorf, Dorchheim, and a couple others. Parish of Niedersüßheim served 4 other villages besides itself. And this is just a 5 square mile radius area for all these little towns, and the highest concentration actually comes from right here, and that's about 2 square miles, where over 700 Reichweins were born between 1600 and 1870. Down here I have the actual, these are all the copies of the church records that I make from microfilm. This is the parish of Niedersüßheim, and includes all those other villages. This right here is the parish of Frickhoven, and these records down here are from the other towns, much smaller populations of Reichweins. During the plague of 1636, it is written that only 1 family was left in Dorndorf. That actually was a pretty good clue. All the others had either died or escaped. I speculate that the surviving Reichwein families moved out into northern and southern Hessen, some to Bavaria and to the Rhineland-Palatinate. And other Reichweins may have already been in these towns. I just haven't got the records, all the records yet, to really figure that out. But about 40 years later, most Reichweins that had moved out during the plague had moved back into the parish of Frickhoven and the parish of Niedersüßheim, and they continued to be Catholic for over 200 years. The others in these other towns, like Darmstadt and Heidelberg and Alsfeld, they were either evangelists or Lutheran, and I can't really find many Catholic churches in these areas that there are Reichweins in. The other Reichwein towns that have much smaller populations are Heidelberg, Darmstadt, and Alsfeld. I don't have all of them, but I only have about 100 recorded so far. I'm sure there's going to be a couple hundred more that I find. I still have many more microfilms to order and look at. It costs about $5.50 per film for 30 days of viewing, and I only go on Saturdays for 3 to 4 hours, so it's a lot of work. Last Saturday I went through 3 films and found no Reichweins. That was for Candle and Mundenheim, but only for certain years. So here are some famous Reichweins that I've been working on that some of you know about. Adolf Reichwein, he was born in Bad Ems in Rhineland-Palatinate. He was born in 1898. I got the film for Bad Ems, goes from 1813 to 1892, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get Adolf Reichwein's actual church birth record, and it was an evangelist church. I found from sources on the internet that Adolf's father was born in Heckelholzen, and I've just ordered this film, as from 1842 to 1875, another evangelist church, so I should be able to find his birth when I get the film. Then there's also General Major George Reichwein, who was a famous general in Norway, and his father, George Reichwein Sr., was born in 1593. He emigrated to Denmark in 1628. I have not researched the exact town where he was born, and since there's hundreds of films for the surrounding towns in this large area, it's going to may take a little bit to find this out. And this line of Reichweins could have been in Kessel earlier than the Reichweins down in Dornberg, or they were there at the same time. I really don't know. But there are records and accounts of him since George Sr. was already a general in Prussia before emigrating to Denmark. But I've just not had the time to do the research yet. I really hope I can find actual facts and records on this, and I'm kind of surprised no one has to date. For all you watching this video who have not sent me the town of birth for your Reichwein ancestor prior to 1880, then I won't be able to find the microfilms for these towns and get your information and link you into the tree. Unless your town is already on here, then I'm looking for it. If you know of any other towns besides what you've seen here, then please let me know. My email is markr1961@gmail.com, and I thank you all for your interest in the Reichwein World Family Tree. Pretty cool.